Why, hello. How are you today? We are in Sagittarius season, mutable fire, and today is November 30th, which is the day of the measured attack. If you're born today, November 30th, you have an instinct for knowing when and how to attack whatever challenge you wish to overcome. Not ones to rush, your approach is usually calculated, careful, and effective. Those born on this day are highly intuitive and capable of springing surprises on those who would hinder or obstruct them. On reflection, rivals, opponents, and competitors may come to realize just how much homework and preparation went into their defeat at the hands of a November 30th person. One can learn a great deal about those born on this day by watching how they work. In lining up a client, preparing a concept, or making a pitch for someone's affections, they practice many scenarios over and over again in their mind so that they can be prepared for almost any eventuality. After this initial stage of preparation, they will set the time and place of the meeting, both chosen with great care and usually with the full consent of the victim in parentheses. Finally, they move in for the kill. What they wear, how they speak, their timing, all are beautifully composed. Normally, as a result, they are very difficult to refuse. However, they too must learn to recognize, handle, and accept their defeats, for not everyone is swayed by them, no matter how convincing they are. November 30th people also have a way of doing the utmost with what they have. Whatever talents they possess are pushed to the nth degree with little waste of energy. Most November 30th people also have a fine sense of humor and a knack for presenting serious matters in a palatable form, always with a smile. Their humor is subtle but can also expand to the full-out thigh-slapping ruckus guffaw as well. Excellent mimics, those born on this day use satire in a subtle way that others may miss the intention, almost. Their humor is indeed of the thought-provoking variety. Despite their affable manner, November 30th people become very defensive when attacked. They must learn not to overact to what people say or revel their underlying insecurity so readily. Thin-skinned to the extreme, they do not take kindly to being laughed at. Direct attacks are generally met with a hard wall of defense, later with a measured retaliation that will really hurt. Because of their tendency to wait, those born on this day must beware of nursing grievances, suppressing their feelings, and in general driving their frustrations inside. It is a mark of more highly evolved individuals born on this day that they handle negativity directed at them with grace, equanimity, and absence of rancor. November 30th people often display a childlike nature, and thus unpretentious suggestions and offerings are those most likely to move them. In fact, those born on this day are stubbornly resistant to all threats or cunningly logical arguments in the world, yet find it hard to refuse openness and simple honesty. Those born on the 30th of the month are ruled by the number 3. 3 plus 0 equals 3, and by the planet Jupiter. Those ruled by the number 3 generally try to rise to the highest positions in their particular sphere. Because Jupiter also rules Sagittarius, expansive, optimistic, and magnanimous influences are maximized for November 30th people, but, indeed, excessive tendencies are as well. Those ruled by the number 3 love independence, so November 30th people may do best freelancing or in business for themselves. The third card of the major arcana is the Empress, who symbolizes creative intelligence. She is the perfect woman, the ultra-feminine, Mother Earth nurturer who embodies our dreams, hopes, and aspirations. This card represents positive traits of charm, grace, and unconditional love, but also negative traits of vanity and affectation, as well as an intolerance for imperfection. For November 30th people, this card carries the message of self-control and centered behavior. Health. November 30th people must be aware of depression when their carefully laid plans do not work or when they suffer rejections or setbacks. Because of their tremendous self-confidence, they often show bewilderment when met with loss. Moreover, if they suffer from lack of either energy or emotional stability, they can get quite frightened. Learning to accept what comes and adapt readily is vital to their mental well-being. Physically, those born on this day are alive, energetic people with a healthy relationship to food, sex, and exercise. Contact with nature in rural settings or the companionship of a cat or dog in the city can be greatly beneficial to their mental and physical health. They should be aware of overworking and learning to pace themselves, since taking on too many responsibilities can overstress their nervous system. They will be better off absenting themselves when they encounter chronic negativity in others, rather than wasting their energy trying to overcome it. November 30th, the day of the measured attack. Your advice is to allow yourself to improvise. Loosen up. Your control is admirable, but so is your spontaneity. Laugh at your foibles and faults. Remain childlike. Your meditation. Someone who always knows better is often someone who does not know at all. Your weaknesses. Thin skin and reactive. Your strengths. Thorough, funny, and dynamic. November 30th, the day of the measured attack.